Okay guys, kid here, Lee, Tiny, whatever you want to call him, we don't really care, but he said he's gonna kill a buck tonight. We're gonna go hang a stand for him. Got a little bit lazy on us last night, didn't hang a stand. He says if he would have, he could have killed this big buck, but I wouldn't believe him, but he does have a little bit of footage of him. He's pretty nice. So we're gonna march back in here about 3/4 mile, half 3/4 mile. So just stand up. Gonna have to help him. I might think you can carry that thing, or you need me?
Dude, this thing's heavy.
No kidding.
We got camera arm, and I got them steps. What else do I got?
Listen at him.
You home? You do that?
Yeah. But we're gonna go set up the stand. Maybe we can kill something tonight.
So, do set my stand up, come back in this evening, probably go help Forrest in his tree. And then I'll come back, get up in my stand, and kill a big buck tonight.
You don't believe it, but we'll act like we do.
Good spot for a big tree. Had been rubbed on before. But they come out here about night time.
These scrapes haven't been hit for a few days.
Tighten it right through there.
So after we got Lee's stand hung, we moved to a new location, spot we scouted out on Onyx. We thought it looked pretty good, so we head in there to a good oak flat, kind of on the end of a knob, and we thought it looked like a dynamite place.
We are hanging Forrest to stand. It's a dynamite spot, man. Right by the quarry. It's kind of been my favorite spot the whole time. And I don't know what to say other than he's gonna kill a big buck here tonight. Nothing different than that. I mean, clearly he is. I mean, if he don't, it's because he missed or he spooked it. So, stay tuned. See the kill. Or the miss. I'm trying to run his battery dead, that way he can't videoing.
So I head back into the stand a few hours later and get all set up. Oh guys, I need to do my stand, and I got this new tool along with me. It's a buck cage. I got some Happy Herds doe, premium doe urine in here, doe and estrus. So we're gonna give it a whirl. I used it this morning and last night. Didn't have nothing bust. I had a lot of deer go downwind of me, and nothing smelt me, so they didn't act suspicious or anything. So we're gonna give it a whirl and see what happens. Yeah.
Well, guys, I made it to my stand. Pretty good spot, I think, here. Kind of sitting here in this oak flat. Got some white oaks in here, so a lot of acorns. And then just over to my right here, I got the bottom right here, about 60 yards over here. It drops off. I can see down in there. And I got gonna start something off that way, so I think they're gonna come up kind of. I'm hoping they're gonna come up out of them valleys. Gonna come up here and feed on some of these acorns. Even if they don't, I mean, they're gonna be traveling right down through here. There's a field back here behind me. I think they're gonna come travel down these valleys and go out into the field. So if I can see down there. So if I can see one, maybe I can call or bring one up. I think it's gonna be a pretty good set. Just about 3:30, so got all set up pretty early. Hopefully we can get something on the feet here in a bit. So stay tuned.
It's in there for a couple hours, and out of nowhere I look behind me and there's this big 10-point. I was doing self-filming. By the time I got the camera on him, he was about 4 or 5 yards from the tree, and I was trying to grab my bow, get the camera on him. Yeah.
I just ate a dandy buck right here, about 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards. And I don't know if he smelled me or what, but he jumped. And he ran out there about 30 yards, and he was behind some trees. And man, I missed him. I hit right in front of me. It's about 130, man.
So after I missed that buck, I was kind of feeling down. Wasn't really feeling too enthused about my set the next morning.
I'm back in the stand where I missed that big buck last night. I thought he was just an 8, but we went back and watched the footage, and he's a nice 10-point. A little bit bigger than what I thought he was, so it's exciting, but man, I'm gonna kick myself.
So after I sat there for a while, it was about 8 o'clock, after no movement whatsoever. I thought, what could it hurt to hit the grunt call?
Ain't seen nothing yet this morning, so we're gonna hit the grunt call. They rattle north and see if we can get something to stir up a little bit.
I mean, it wasn't 2-3 minutes later. I looked straight ahead of me and there was a small buck coming in.
Got a buck, got this rattled. I got a buck coming in over here. About 70 yards over here. Here he comes. Yeah, he's just a little basket rack.
Never would give me a shot. He just kept walking, and he pretty much circles plumb around me. Comes about, gets straight in front of me, and he smelled right where I walked in at. I had a little bitty window to shoot through, and I thought I could get it through.
I just shot a big buck. I hit him too far back though. Got a dandy. The biggest buck ever.
My arrow deflected back and I made a very poor shot on him.
Oh my. Seriously, that buck's a freaking giant. Seriously, that's my biggest buck ever. Dandy. I cannot believe that just happened. I hit him too far back. He came over here. He smelled. There was another little buck I called in. He was over there. This buck was checking him out. And he smelled right where I walked in. He had his nose on the ground. Right where I walked in. The buck picked his head up and turned. He's looking back at that little buck. Man, it's about 30 yards. Man, he's angled to me. I got excited. And I just knew he's gonna bust out here. And I shot him. He's the biggest buck I've ever shot. He's had gotta be, man, that's a big buck. That's a stud of a buck. I just hit my rat on the horn spot 5 minutes ago, maybe 3 to 5 minutes ago. And this little buck comes in. And I look down. There's a big buck. And he's a dandy. Big old 10-point, giant 10-point. Here on public land. Here in Midwest, Missouri. A big buck, man. I seen him go. I watched him for about 100 yards, but he wasn't going too fast. Let's see if I can call him. It's 6 seconds. He's a freaking giant. Service. Here in a few minutes, I'm gonna sit down. Go down there and check out the blood. Check out my arrow. No, I ain't too sure. I think I hit him like right in the hip. I hit him terrible. Maybe we're just gonna have to get him done.
I get down, he walked over there, checked the blood, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, there was a good blood trail.
Well, boys, this right here's what I got. I got some pretty good penetration. Looks like a pretty good blood trail right here. Whew. I hit it too far back, but pretty excited about it. I see blood. It looks like a dandy blood trail.
I knew I didn't have a very good shot on this deer, but the blood trail seemed to tell a different story. I'm pretty sure I got an artery on this shot.
He got that back artery. That's a good spot. I've seen a lot of people kill him right there. I've killed a couple there, shot a couple there myself. But man, this buck's my biggest buck. He's gotta be. It's freaking heavy. It's a stud 10 point. I mean, a dandy. But I think I'm gonna pack up my stuff, head out, see if I can find Lee. I think it's safe to say he'll score 150. He went through. I don't know if he went in the field. He went through right there at that. No, not there. I don't know what I was thinking. You not see much then.
What you doing in this field this morning? I seen that buck.
I didn't see nothing. And I hit my grunt call a few times. And smacked the old red on orange together. Probably 5 minutes later. I'd say about 2 minutes later. I looked down there. I could hear something coming. And I got all ready, got my bow and everything. Looked down there, there's a little bitty buck coming. I was sitting there videoing him. I heard something back behind me. There's so many squirrels in there, I didn't, don't pay attention. Finally, I looked back behind me, like, giant. You just barely seen, like a big buck. I swung him. He came from that valley. He came from up behind the quarry. But, then, I had the video camera around there on him. He came in 30 yards, circled me. So many trees, I couldn't ever, he was just walking towards that little buck. And, finally he goes up there and he smells where I walked in at. He's going straight toward that little buck. He where I walked in at, he turned and ran about 5 yards, stopped right there. Just through a bunch of brush. And I shot about halfway. You can see my arrow on video. You can barely see my arrow look like it kicks back. But
Penetrate very good.
yeah, he broke my arrow off. He's bleeding good.
You hit him in the flank then?
I don't know. I hit him back there somewhere. I don't got it on video very good because I kind of said forget it because I had to kill that buck. He's heavy. But we might as well go around there.
How far away was he?
About 30. We might as well go around there, hadn't we?
What time you shoot him?
Video. Well, guys, it's been about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours since I shot this buck. And I think he's probably dead by now, so we're gonna go ahead, go pick up the blood trail, go see if we can't find him. Hopefully he's not in there too far. So let's go see if we can't find him. Right there. Let's see if I can up in this. Right here. Blood squirted all the way up this arrow. All the way up in here.
cubs like that everywhere up in here.
After tracking him a couple hundred yards, we jumped him.
I was afraid of that, kind of. Just kept going.
He did a circle, he came back in, he's up there about 70 yards through some super thick brush, and we watched him bed. I snuck up, got probably 20 yards from him, and made a kill shot on him.
Yes! That's what that hard time, dude. Dude, we got this. Dude, we got stud.
He's not super tall.
I know.
250 inch deer though. That's freaking awesome. You videoing?
Yep.
Well guys, this is what we was looking for at the end of the blood trail right here. I mean, I've never been so pumped in all my life, I don't think. I mean, we did jump him, and you gotta put a second arrow in him. But all right, here's where first arrow went in right there. I hit a limb and it deflected back there. It's kind of a rush shot. Thought he was getting away, and I didn't want that to happen. But check out this old warrior. He's an old, mature whitetail. Here, we're hunting here, public land here in Midwest Missouri. I mean, it's not really what I expected to get on this hunt. I mean, I was going to be happy with this little bit smaller buck, but this thing here is a brute. Couldn't be more happy. Self-filmed, public land. It's a little bit tough, but man, check that thing out. That is just awesome. I mean, he's heavy. He's been rubbing hard. I think the rut's getting a lot of pre-rut activity. I hit the horns together, hit my featherman grunt call, and man, couldn't worked out any better. He came in to about 20 yards at one point, took a shot at about 30. Man, just what a beauty. Man, I mean, I'm at a loss for words on this one. Check out them heavy brow tines, man. I don't know what more you could ask for. Just an amazing deer. Looking forward to amazing year this year. I mean, this year just pretty much kicked it off. Well, here's the story. Last night, I missed a buck. He wasn't this big. He's a smaller 10, and I was all bummed out this morning, and I wasn't really expecting to see much. I was like, I blew my chance. That was my only chance. But little did I know, this thing here is way bigger. It's just an awesome deer. Well, guys, we dragged him out of horse trail. Whew. It's a good thing he wasn't down some deep valley, because man, it was hard enough getting him out the way it was, and it was downhill half the way. But man, that thing is giant. Got a lot of him. But I think he's gonna shoot a 2-year-old. That way we be a little bit easier dragging out.